has the accuracy, and it is good. Jake Bates throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash, for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bunched up. Tua to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone, left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Past midfield. Spinning his way. Past the 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my. Making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards. 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. The divisional round continues. It's the Texans and the Patriots coming off of yesterday's 2 games. Hopefully, this one's somewhere in between those two of being a really high intensity, coming down to the wire type of game, or a complete blowout. Hopefully, it's somewhere in between where it's a solid game, still coming down to the wire, but not overtime like yesterday's one. That was the reason why that Bills Broncos game was so good. And then overtime came in. And like overtime was still entertaining, but man, that's been just a nonstop discussion the past like 12 hours. But welcome on in. How's everyone doing? Kickoff here momentarily. I'm hoping to jinx New England by wearing my Patriots jersey. Because we'll see. Yeah, at this point, it's pretty much whoever wins this game. Because like Jared Stidham is fine, but he has not attempted a pass in 2 years. He has not started a game in about 3, maybe 4 years. It's going to be rough for Jared Stidham to come in instantly and be able to have success like Bo Nix did. So we'll see. The Broncos defense is still a really good defense, so maybe they can keep him in that game for a while. But no, it's pretty much going to be whoever wins this probably, which is so unfortunate for Denver fans. But that's where we sit. Oh hey Snoop. Yeah. This game is on ESPN and ABC, so it's technically a Monday night style broadcast. That's why they have the standard Monday night stuff. Texans defense versus Broncos. I mean, the thing is though, both the Patriots and the Texans have good defenses. In the case of the Texans, they have a top 3 defense in the league. no matter who wins this game, their defense is going to have an absolute field day against Jared Stidham. So it pretty much comes down to who wins this. We have kickoff from a snowy. Can we call that snowy? Foxborough. Definitely at least rainy. From a not great weather day in Foxborough. Seems like the Patriots will get the ball first in this one. Yeah, more like a slush, I guess. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, so the Texans looking to make their first ever AFC Championship game. The Patriots trying to go back for the first time since 2018. Yep, divisional round football. And it will be the Patriots getting the ball first. So we'll see Drake May and this New England offense. And again, with the weather, it is leaning in favor of New England a bit more because I trust their ground game a hell of a lot more than I do the Texans' ground game. If Jared Stidham does his best Nick Foles impression, I would be thoroughly surprised. Kickoff underway from Foxborough. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin from the 35. And out comes Drake May. Had a solid performance last week against the Chargers in his first career playoff start. What can you do what can you do the following week? Where again, the thing with that Chargers Patriots game is the Chargers offense had chances to really pull away in that game, but they just weren't able to. I think if the same situation happens in this, the Texans are more likely to be able to come away with some of those. As first play of the game is going to be a handoff up the middle. It's going to be back to the line of scrimmage for no gain for Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, he had just about 270 yards passing, just about 70 yards rushing. I threw the game-sealing touchdown at the end. For a first career start, it's a good game. Again, playoff expectations are different from regular season expectations. May in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass right side, going to be incomplete. Looking for Hunter Henry. So an early 3rd and long coming up for New England. It's like playoff. It goes with every sport. Playoff action is different from regular season action. So can you elevate your game in the playoffs? And I think May, for a first start, someone who's not really accustomed to proper playoff football, it was a fine showing. Obviously, you want to see more now in this game, but with the weather, time will tell. May in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 3rd and 10. Quick pass right side, caught by Stephon Diggs. Gets past the 40 and down to about the 41. Not going to be enough for the first. The Patriots go 3 and out on the opening drive. All right. Yeah, this Texans defense gonna be probably forcing a lot of punts. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to let bounce and be returned beginning from the 15. Gets past the 20, past the 25, and down to about the 27. The Texans will start from there, and out comes CJ Stroud. Yeah, go Texans. Yeah, the Seahawks 49ers game was just from the jump, the Seahawks dominated that one. Like I'm fine with it because of how high intensity Bills Broncos was, but I was kind of hoping for more of a fight from San Francisco. I mean, yeah, but it's just the 49ers injuries finally came back to bite them. All right, first play for this Texans offense. Stroud under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Play action looking to throw. Pass right side going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Xavier Hutchinson. Low and inside. Second and 10 coming up. Yeah, because they've been the road team in every divisional game they've played. Because they've always been the 4 or 3 seed. Like they've yet to be the 1 or 2 seed throughout their history. They're always sticking around towards the bottom of those divisional winners. Stroud handoff up the middle for Woody Marks. Gonna get up to about the 28, 29 yard line. Not much else. So a 3rd and 7 coming up. All right, Stroud in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw as they went hurry up. Pass right side, gonna be bobbled and dropped. Had Christian Kirk wide open, but couldn't hang on. And the Texans now go 3 and out. Yeah, it's gonna be a sloppy game with this weather. It is coming down. Not torrential downpour levels, but yeah, it is bad. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 15. Space out past the 20, past the 25, past the 30, and finally brought down near the 34. It's not quite snow. It's like a slush that's coming down. So I think it's not as bad, but yeah, the ground game is going to need to be on full display for Houston today. And we head to the first commercial break. All right, so 2-3 and outs to begin this one. Yeah, it is so funny whenever stuff like that goes viral because of either being completely correct or being completely wrong. It was like a year or so ago where thinking some other sports playoffs where you had the corgi dare thing going crazy. Yeah, those are always funny to see people like it's also superstitions taking effect, and I love it. It's the same thing when like every analyst picks a team. That's just like the sign that things might go south. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just. I'm finally like getting time now with the season coming to an end. Like I need to use that time to like make sure I'm ahead on classes when the UFL rolls around. Yeah. I feel like at some point when you are that unlucky, you need to just play into it and be like, okay, I think this team will win, so I'm gonna say they're gonna lose. All right, just coming back from commercial break. May under center, back behind him. Gonna play action and look to throw. Dump off left side, caught by Stevenson. Has some blockers past the 40 and down to about the 42. All right, yes, and screens, shorter passes, the ground game. Those are gonna be in this on display today. Yeah, I'm sure there's quite a few people that have a 0% bracket. May under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right, man in motion right to left. Handoff up the middle. They're going to bounce it out right side for Stevenson. Has space past midfield, past the 40, and finally forced out of bounds near the Texan 37. All right, there's the first long carry of the game. Going to be needing a few more of those for each side. The base begin for this. That would be funny. If you get a 0% bracket, you have to pay like a $5 fee. I could see some other company doing that. May under center, gonna toss this left side for Trevion Henderson, and that's gonna be a loss of about 2. All right. All right. So 2nd and 12, May in shotgun looking to throw. Dump off left side for Henderson for a halfback screen is also going to lose about 2 or 3. So after the 20-yard carry from Stevenson, they go to Henderson twice and go backwards 4 yards. All right. Third and 14, May looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught by Stephon Diggs and gonna get barely not enough for the first. Gain of 13 when they needed 14. But they're well into Houston territory. We could see them go for it here. Yep, and they're gonna keep the offense on the field for now. Yeah, my bracket got ruined because of Jacksonville. But it's fine. May in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 4th and 1 from the Texan 28. May looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught. He has space. Inside the 10, the 5 to Mario Douglas. Walking in untouched for 6. The Patriots get the scoring started in Foxborough. 28 yards. All right. And that's how this game starts. A drive that featured 2 20-plus yard plays. 9:35 to go in the first. The extra point is up, and it is good. They lead by 7. All right, first touchdown given up for Houston these playoffs. All right, and we head to a commercial break off that as well. And so now now Houston's offense has a bit of pressure onto them. Yeah, I mean you get to the 4th and 1. You need to finish it. The main thing is like over the middle, like you need someone else there. But I do also get like putting in man and mainly sending a lot of pressure. Just did not get home in time. I mean, it's one drive where the first drive was a 3-and-out for New England, so I wouldn't say that just yet. Obviously, like, as the game progresses, we'll see more, but now the ball is in the offense's court. And so just getting back from commercial break. There was Jillian Petrie who was on him. Yes, so they went cover 0. They really tried to disguise corner. Okay. Oh, he even gets a hand on that one. Just good concentration for Douglas. Okay. Jalen Petrie does get a hand on that pass. Just was not enough to really deflect the route. All right, New England sends this one down. Going to be returned beginning from the 10. Base out past the 20-25. Slip in and going to be tagged down near the 29. Hey, is Braxton Berrios on the return? I've not heard his name pretty much at all this season after spending the past few years with Miami. I mean, to be fair for the Texans, 9 playoff appearances in 24-25 years, no, 22-23 years of existence is not a bad number. Stroud under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Man in motion, right to left. Stroud going to hand this off up the middle for Woody Marks. Gets past the 30 to about the 31. And his helmet gets popped off as well. All right, so 2nd and 8. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Just under 9 minutes to go in the first. Stroud gonna play action and look to throw. Pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Jaden Higgins is nearly picked off there by Carlton Davis. And a 3rd and 8 coming up instead. Stroud did not place that where he wanted it to. I like the throw. That needs to be more so back shoulder, if anything. He threw it too far inside. Threw it inside and threw it behind. Threw it too short down the field. All right, so 3rd and 8. Stroud in shotgun, a back to each side. Looking to throw once again. Has some time. Stepping up, going to dump this off left side for Dalton Schultz. Has space, past midfield, the 45-40. 35-30, and finally out of bounds near the Patriot 30, the 27-yard line. All right, there's Houston's first big play of the game. Nice 37-yard catch and run for Dalton Schultz. Puts Houston in the field goal range at least. Again, it's gonna be those type of plays that determine this game. Which defense can stick on their mans properly. Stroud under center, back and fullback behind him. And there's movement before the snap. Going to be a false start on Dalton Schultz. So a 1st and 15 coming up. Yeah, that's not a good way to keep up after a 42-yard play. All right, 1st and 15. 8 minutes to go in the first. Stroud under center, back behind him. Play action, looking to throw, rolling left. Passing left side, going to be caught past the 25 to the 22. Was Jaden Higgins on the reception. All right, Solid pickup after the false start. Gonna make it a second and medium. Good throw with pressure in his face as well. Kind of an off-balance throw. And it works. So 2nd and 6, Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw once again, quick pass left side is tipped and incomplete. Dangerous pass from Stroud, looking for Xavier Hutchinson. Just was not there. Luckily, it falls to the ground. 3rd and 6. Yeah, just it's also not really on the mark either. That's outside shoulder maybe, but all right, Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Pass right side can be caught for the first. Gets past the 15 and stumbles forward to about the 13. It's Christian Kirk on the grab, and the Texans keep the drive going. Yeah. And now there's a penalty. Might be in face mask. I mean, the weather's not helping with the accuracy stuff right now, but still, like there's just also some of the decisions that are being made. But I mean, this has been a solid drive. No, it's Nico Collins that's out for this game. I think Christian Kirk missed part of the tail end of last game due to injury, but no, he's good for this one. And yeah, that's gonna be a face mask against Carlton Davis. It'll be 1st and goal for Houston. Inside the 10 at roughly the 6. Yeah, the rain is continuing to come down. Stroud under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left as Stroud's going to hand this off up the middle for Woody Marks. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Nothing else working there. All right. Yeah, and that's going to be the biggest issue with this game is that ground game. It's gonna need to find a rhythm for Houston to really be able to stick with it. Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, play action looking to throw. Dump off right side for Dalton Schultz, and gonna get down to the 1. 3rd and goal coming up. Being inside the 5, I mean, are you in a spot where you go for it after this if you don't get it? Probably. Because that's just the nature of the NFL at this point. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yeah, and that's why like as soon as we saw the weather for this game, I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be more so in favor of New England. Stroud under center, back and fullback behind him, handoff up the middle, and Woody Marks is in for 6. There is a penalty, so we'll see if this one holds up. D'Amico Ryans is thinking in offsides. Woody Marks was untouched into the end zone. But it's an illegal shift against Houston. It's coming back. 3rd and goal. Bad time to make a mistake like that. You get the blocking up front. Oh yeah, Dalton Schultz was moving before the fullback was properly set. So at that point, Schultz needs to get fully set, and he never did. All right, Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and goal from roughly the 6. Stroud looking to throw. Has some time, stepping up. Gonna try and dump this off right side, and that's overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Woody Marks. Texan drive stalls out inside the 10. And out comes the field goal unit. There's a bad penalty. But that's also what happens when for a fullback you use an extra lineman, is you take that risk of him not being fully set and fully on page with the play, and that's what happened there. Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting game. Field 25-yard kick from the right hash is up and good. The Texans are on the board 7-3. All right. And we head to a commercial break with 5:26 to play in the first. Not a bad drive, just have to be able to finish it there. We at commercial break. Yeah, and I think the defense eventually will, and hopefully it is this drive. But I'm so not worried about Houston yet. But we're at commercial break. Now Chicago's going back to the all navy look. And yeah, Rams Bears tonight should also be an interesting game. It's gonna be cold in Chicago. I think current weather is like 11 degrees for that game. Yep, at commercial break. Sam Darnold joins Chris Chandler as the only starting quarterback since 1970 to play for 5+ teams prior to winning their first playoff start. And Chris Chandler led the Falcons to a Super Bowl. Pretty sure in that season he got his first playoff start. All right, going to be interesting for Seattle. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Houston set to send this one away. And then Drake May will be back on the field. All right, kickoff going to be returned to beginning from the goal line. Face out past the 15, past the 20, and brought down at the 22. The ball comes loose as well, but 1 down by contact, and 2 New England recovers it anyway. So 1st and 10 from their own 22. We had the last drive for New England. Featured a 20-yard play and a 28-yard play. But the key thing is Drake May is not letting the ball stay in his hands too long. May in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's stuffed at the line for no gain. Trying a delayed handoff, and Houston was all over it. No, playoff games aren't on Sunday Ticket. This game's on ESPN and ABC. Because Sunday Ticket works mainly for regional broadcast games, not national broadcast. First play of the drive was a 0-yard carry for Trevion Henderson. And that's been the only play so far. May in shotgun. Going to play action and look to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle is well off the mark and incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up for New England. Stephon Diggs was the closest receiver, but even then, it was by like 5 yards. Yeah, and it works for them. It has worked for them this season. That ball tipped? Yeah, I guess batted at the line. I think that's Sheldon Rankins who bats it away. May in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. 3rd and 10 from their own 22. May looking to throw. Has some time. Pass is gonna... Ball comes loose, they're saying. And it's still loose, and finally New England has it, but not before it gets to their own 3-yard line. Houston forces the fumble. I believe that's Danielle Hunter who forces it loose. And it takes until Will Campbell at the 3 to recover it. This Houston pass rush finally gets home, and yeah, that's a fumble. So New England will punt this from deep in their own territory now. They lost to 19 yards on that play. Hey, all they gotta do is block the punt. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 42. Base past midfield and going to be out of bounds near the 47 of New England. So Stroud will start from there. Danielle Hunter, man, he's been a great acquisition. Wait, this is his 2nd year in Houston? It's either 2nd or 1st. But the once long 2nd year, yeah. But the once long time Viking has really found his groove in Houston. I still can't believe the Vikings let him walk. Or was it I think they traded him, actually? Either way, I can't believe the Vikings moved on from him after a 16.5 sack season. That's crazy. He's been great for Houston. And we're at commercial break. Yeah, now this is the type of moment I was talking about at the beginning of the game. Where, like, the Chargers had the opportunities last week to start the process of pulling away with it, but the offense couldn't capitalize. This is the moment here for Houston. If they can capitalize off of that fumble and the kind of bad punt, then that's the momentum shift that they're gonna need. As we're at commercial break. I really like the Falcons hiring Stefanski. Because their team is in a point where they're looking to win now. They were 1 game away from the playoffs this season. Bringing in Stefanski, who can instantly help out that offense and hopefully get them on a good pace, it's going to instantly make that Falcons team better. Because now there's no worries about them having a good offensive coaching staff. Because Stefanski is going to be the main guy for that offense. Part of the issue with Raheem Morris was he couldn't build an offensive coaching staff that was good enough. You bring in Stefanski, and they're going to hit the ground running probably. The key thing is you need the guys. You need Penix to stay healthy. You need London to stay healthy, who missed some time this year. You need those guys to stay healthy. But if they're healthy, the offense should not be an issue next year. Just coming back from commercial break, Stroud under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left, gonna hand this off up the middle, and that is no gain on the play for Woody Marks. All right, not how you wanted that drive to start. Probably should have checked this when I had it up earlier. Oh, Dalton Schultz is heading to the locker room. What happened there? He's walking fine. Oh, yeah, this entire game's gonna be rain filled, basically. Okay. Stroud and shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pressure coming, pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Jaden Higgins. Kind of a dangerous pass. I wouldn't say necessarily because his guy did have the leverage there, but that is a. You talk about like that same throw 7-10 years ago. That is a hospital pass. It is Craig Woodson on that. Yeah, that same throw 10 years ago is Jaden Higgins is missing a play or two. Stroud and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw in 3rd and 10. Patriots send pressure. Pass left side, going to be caught by Higgins. But the spot is going to have him just short of the first. It's a 4th and inches. I mean, no, the Texans have good receivers. It's a similar situation to what the Packers find themselves in, where they have good receivers, but they don't have that superstar receiver because of the injury to Nico Collins. The offense is on the field for 4th and inches. Stroud under center. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Patriots are stacking the box. Handoff up the middle for Woody Marks, and that's Nick Chubb, and that's going to just barely be enough for the first. They get about half a yard, but they move the chains nonetheless. Do we have a report about what's going on with Dalton Schultz yet? It was on that 3rd and goal play. Oh, that's non-contact. That is non-contact. That does not look great. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Questionable with a calf is the official report. Stroud and shotgun looking to throw once again. Pass left side. Going to be well overthrown and luckily incomplete. I don't think he was able to get both feet in bounds. There's Carlton Davis. And now they're ruling it an interception. That's going to be reviewed. Did he get both feet or did he get a knee down? He gets a knee down, barely in bounds. That's an interception. DJ Stroud with the bad overthrow, looking for Christian Kirk. And Carlton Davis capitalizes. He barely gets his knee down. That's like a few inches away from being incomplete. Yeah, that's in bounds. There's green between his knee and the sideline. Bad throw from Stroud, and then Patriots capitalize. A minute 37 going to first. We head to a commercial break. Yeah. It's insane. Yeah. I mean that is just a bad throw from CJ Stroud. Again, the rain and the weather is not helping, but still. Like he overthrew it by about probably about 2-3 yards. It's just not it. You have the Texans offense couldn't capitalize off of the good field position. It'll be Patriot ball at their own 18-yard line. It's this offense, man. It feels so close to getting all the pieces together, but there's just one puzzle piece that they're trying to rotate it every single time, and for some reason they can't find the proper rotation of that puzzle piece. It's like I don't know. Because he's open as well. Christian Kirk is open there. Stroud just put way too much air into it. Why am I seeing the commercial for World of Warcraft? The new expansion? Cool, okay. No, you don't bench Stroud yet. But it's just you need to keep things shorter, I guess. I don't know. But you don't bench Stroud just yet. Like, oh, Christian Kirk is so open there. All you need to do is just put it on him. There's no one near him. Main shotgun gonna hand this off up the middle, gets past the 20, and finally brought down near the 22-23. Ramondre Stevenson on the carry. Like that's a real bad miss from CJ Stroud. You put it on him, he makes the guy miss, and that's backup is Davis Mills, who played okay this season in relief of Stroud when he had the concussion, but it wasn't anything special. May under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna play action and look to throw. Not gonna take it himself up the middle. The ball comes loose there. And are they ruling this a fumble currently? Houston saying they have it. Now the ref's saying Houston has it. They're saying May fumbled. Azeez Al-Shaair picks up the fumble, as it was a busted play for New England, and Drake May tried to do something with it. That's a fumble, and it'll be Texans ball. This defense, okay, now you have to capitalize. You absolutely have to now. Yeah, that's a clear fumble. Again, now you just need to capitalize off of it. You have ball into New England 27. 53 seconds to play in the first quarter. Now there's no excuse. Your defense made up for that interception. Now you need to go out there and score. Yeah, the defense has been carrying this offense, but you'll take it. Stroud and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass left side, going to be caught by Jaden Higgins and forced out of bounds after a gain of roughly 5. Close enough. And he's been a great player his entire career. It's just for him it's the case of some of the hits he lays aren't the cleanest. But he's a real solid player. He's a Pro Bowler this year, I think. Deserved. Stroud under center, back behind him, potentially the final play of the quarter. Handoff right side for Woody Marks, gonna get inside the 20 and brought down just barely shy of the first. It'll be a 3rd and inches coming up. And yeah, this clock will run to the end of the first quarter. 15 minutes in the books. And we've seen a bit of everything in this game already, and it's only 7-3. But 15 minutes in the books, so we head to a commercial break. Yeah. Each conference switches off of that being the case every 2 or so years. Yeah. Like at the same time, with the NFC being as good as it is, there's a real chance that whoever the Seahawks play in the championship, they're just gonna beat themselves up. And with one of these two teams having to play a weakened Broncos team, they might be the more well-rested team entering the Super Bowl, and then who knows from there. So both teams do get a 2-week break in between a week break in between. So yeah, again, the Texans offense just needs to be an average efficiency offense. And they're fine. They've been okay, ish. Do they? eh. But like again, this is one of those games where it feels like 20 through 21, 23 points is the bar. You get past that, you're feeling pretty good. Bears Texans would be an insane Super Bowl. Right. Yep, at commercial break for the end of the first quarter. Yeah, and there's the Pro Bowl nods for both sides. This was just coming back from commercial break. Texans looking to capitalize off the fumble. It's a 3rd and inches from roughly the Patriot 18-yard line. Yeah, it's a 3rd and inches. 3rd and half a yard, maybe, if you want to be generous to New England. So they're lining up to tush push this. It's Cade Stover under center. Going right side, and he's going to get the first. Up to the 16. It's a yard and a half. I do like the amount of teams that are like, okay, we can't run the tush push with our quarterback because they just don't have the lower body strength that Jalen Hurts has shown. So we're just going to put a tight end out there. Stroud and shotgun looking to throw in 1st and 10. Dump off over the middle, caught by Woody Marks. Gonna get down to about the 10. Be a 2nd and roughly 4 coming up. Well, again, it's not even a backup. If you're not the Eagles or the Bills, basically, you put your tight end on the field for the tush push to be the guy taking in the snap, and it works for most teams. I think the Saints have used it. The Saints use Taysom Hill for those for some of those designed QB stuff. Stroud and shotgun back to his right, through receiving options to the right as well. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and Woody Marks maybe gets a half a yard. Not much else. As he loses his helmet again, he's a get the thing on tighter. All right, 3rd and 4. Stroud and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw. Patriots send pressure. Pass right side for the end zone. It's Christian Kirk. Touchdown Texans. They take the lead for the first time today. The 10-yard touchdown grab. They capitalize off the fumble. And the Texans are in business. Yeah, that was a drive they needed to find the end zone on, and they did just that. I think Stroud had 2 options there. Yeah, I mean, Stroud had two paths for a touchdown, and he took the harder of the 2. He had Xavier Hutchinson open over the middle as well. That's a real good throw. And a good catch as the extra point is up, and the Texans lead by 3. Just realized I don't think I did. Nah, whatever. Real good drive. And we had to do a commercial break. 12:51 to play in the half. All right, at commercial break. Yeah, that might have been the drive for him to lock in. We'll see. Again, as long as the defense keeps doing what they're doing, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, but it's a Texans day. Yeah, it's up there. I think like by points per game, it's technically second best. But either way, it's under 18 points a game. This Texans defense led up in the regular season. And then including the playoffs as well, it's even lower because they let up 6 yesterday last week. Yep, at commercial break. Still at commercial break. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, it's a good throw, but a great catch. All right. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 7, space past the 15, past the 20, 25, and brought down near the 27. Hopefully, maybe. The key thing is, like, you getting pressure on those passing downs is going to be a must the rest of the way. Yeah, and again, the weather is helping the defenses as well. But yeah, the defenses were always gonna show up. All right, May in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna be looking to throw, pass left side, and it is batted away and incomplete, nearly picked off by Kamari Lassiter. Gonna be a 2nd and 10 instead. He went to bat it away, and it landed on his chest before it bounced into the ground. Yeah, each team has a touchdown so far. Oh, yeah, turnover, yeah. Each team has a turnover. Handoff up the middle for Trevion Henderson, going to be a gain of about 3 to the 30. Yeah, no, I needed to look into differentiate. This is why this setup's rough. Okay. Is there a way for me to increase the text size on this chat? Does not see it. I like it. Cool. 3rd and 7. May in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on their own 30. Going to look to throw. Stroud with some time, trying to step up, avoids 1 would-be sack. Rolling left, avoids a 2nd. Going to be able to get the 1st, and it's a gain of 8 on the scramble. All right, not bad. Daniil Hunter nearly gets home first, just May slips through. Did I say Stroud? I meant, yeah. Yeah. May under center, gonna hand this off up the middle for Trevion Henderson, and that's gonna be stuffed at the line for no gain. Yeah. I mean, Buffalo, you've always been on since the start of all these. I do appreciate it. Like, what was it? Was it last UFL season or the first one we did where I said DPOY instead of DPI? It's Drake May is already nearing Tom Brady's career playoff rushing yards mark. That's crazy. All right, there is a stoppage there as Trevion Henderson is banged up after the play. That's a tough loss for this Patriots offense when the weather's like this. Trevion Henderson being banged up is not great for them. As we head to a commercial break for the injury timeout. That was the last one. I'm sure there'll be more like that. It's especially with the new teams. The first Houston Gamblers game I called in this upcoming UFL season. We're gonna probably have a counter of how many times I say Roughnecks instead. No update on Dalton Schultz just yet. He's still questionable, from what I can tell. Yeah, that we're gonna find out the UFL schedule at the end of in a few days. It's the 22nd when the schedule drops. Yes, the Houston Gamblers is the name of the Houston UFL team now. They were the Roughnecks for the first 2 years. And even funnier, one of their quarterbacks is a former Iowa State quarterback who got kicked off the team for illegal gambling. The irony. Yeah. I mean, the Houston Gamblers have existed for long before this upcoming UFL season. They were part of the USFL back in 2020, 2021. They were part of the original USFL in the 80s. It's just a long-standing name. Why they were initially called the Gamblers, I don't know. I think part of it is like it's supposed to because like their initial logo, all more so featured. I think it featured a pistol, so it's like those kind of gamblers, right? And also like the Wild West where you have the cowboys who go into saloons and gamble. Yeah, it's cowboy days. Maybe not. We'll see. It depends on when it gets released and what I'm up to by that time. Because that's a Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday. Maybe. We'll see. So, like, the UFL schedule release isn't as exciting as the NFL one. May looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Pass left side. Going to be low and incomplete. Looking for, I believe, Kayshon Boutte. So a 3rd and 9 coming up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah, I mean, the more so like the UFL schedule release is more interesting this year because they went away with divisions. Now we really don't know what the schedule can look like this year. Whereas previous years, it was pretty much in stone what every team's schedule was going to, in theory, look like. It might. I have a noon class on Thursday. It very well might. May looking to throw in 3rd and 9. Has some time. Pass deep. Left side. Has the man and it's dropped. Kyle Williams goes off his fingertips and the Patriot drive stalls out. It's a good throw from Drake May. Just couldn't quite connect there. Yeah, it goes through his hands. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 25. Yeah, because so UFL schedule release is on Thursday. So if I don't go live on Thursday, we'll talk about it during the championships on Sunday. And then we get the uniform release sometime early February. I would assume that would be before the Super Bowl sometime. So we'll see with those. We have like rough sketches right now of what they look like, but they're gonna look hopefully better actually on players. All right, Stroud looking to throw and pass left side can be tipped in the air and intercepted. It's returned past the 10, the 5, and he is in. It's a pick 6 for New England. I thought there was a longer commercial break going there. What happened? How did that ball get tipped in the air like that? I thought there was a longer commercial break about to happen. I need the replay. Braylon was looking for Xavier Hutchinson. Well, what happened here? You give me the replay. It was a play action. Oh, just a bad throw from Stroud. Pressure right in his face. He gets hit while throwing that one. And it ends up being a duck right to Marcus Jones. That's bad, yeah. To the point where the Patriots were not prepared, seemingly for the extra point try, so they're rushing people onto the field here. That's a tough one to give up. All right, so the extra point is up, and it is good. Yeah, so it was a bootleg left. Oh, the backup tight end didn't get his chip block in there, so it was a free rusher. Yeah. Wow. All right. At commercial break now. Yeah, it's going to be the offense that's going to lose Houston this game. That was always going to be the case. Yeah, Chicago is... Tonight's game is going to be interesting with that cold. The Rams have not... I mean, the Rams have played in some cold games this year, but nothing like they're going to be playing in today. All right, but now at commercial break. DJ Stroud has 5 turnovers in about 5 quarters of play. I just you can't. I mean, yeah, like losing 10 plus yards there is not ideal, but you go down in that instance instead of trying to make a play when you have the defense as good at that as you have. Number one goal should be just making sure you do not make mistakes like that. All right. I mean, the Texans don't even need to get a pick 6. They one is you need the offense to get points on this next drive. And then like the defense just needs to keep holding the Patriots offense how they have been. And then you need to hope and pray that you don't make another mistake offensively. Bip at commercial break. All right, here we go. Just coming back from the commercial break. 10.5 to go in the 10.5 to go in the first half. And yeah, it's just. Oh no, he didn't miss the chip block there. The tight end gets tripped on the left tackle. He gets tripped by the backup left tackle, who's in because Trent Brown is out today with an injury. Also, the refs missed the face mask on that play, but it does not matter. Yeah, so again, having a backup left tackle in it comes into play. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the goal line, spaced out past the 15, past the 20, 25, and down to about the 26. All right, Texans will start from there, and we'll look to bounce back after the pick six. We had 2 bad turnovers for Houston. All right, Stroud under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle for Woody Marks, trying to bounce it out left side, but going to lose a yard. It's going to be a long one for the Texans. All right, Stroud in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 11. Pass left side, caught by Xavier Hutchinson, will be enough for the first as he gets 12. Yeah, this needs to be a good drive for Houston. Obviously, touchdown is ideal, retake the lead and all that, but you just need points. You need to get Stroud into a rhythm. Especially if that ground game is going to get nothing out of it. I mean, it's Stroud and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's Woody Marks gonna lose a yard. There's 9 minutes remaining in the first half. We are 21 minutes into this first half, and the Texans lead in rusher has 7 yards and he's under a yard per carry now. Just not gonna win games like that, especially in this weather. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw in 2nd and 11. Pass over the middle is tipped and intercepted again. Past the 45-40 and big hit there at the 36. Looking over the middle a little bit too high. Gets tipped up and the Patriots have it. I didn't even change the possession indicator. I forgot to. It doesn't matter. Looking for Xavier Hutchinson. Just barely too high. It goes through his hands. That's exactly where you want that ball to go. Hutchinson, it just goes straight through Hutchinson's hands. And it's Craig Woodson with the interception. Just a disaster from Houston. He's gonna be ruled down by contact. Yeah, Craig Woodson gonna be down by contact, so there would no return. It would be ball on the Houston own 48. But jeez, it's the Texans have 6 turnovers through 6 quarters. When 6 turnovers through 6 quarters, and in the regular season they had 12 throughout the entire season. The Texans were the team that turned the ball over the least amount in the regular season. And now they're by far the most. in these playoffs. Yeah, that 5.5 might hit in this game alone. Handoff up the middle for Henderson. Gonna get past the 45 to about the 43. It's just wow. May under center, back and fullback behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Or 2 receiving options to the right. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming. May is sacked. Back at the Patriot 49. It's something. This defense is going to be wasted this year, and I'm going to hate it. This is a Super Bowl caliber defense. And the offense is just not close. Will Anderson gets the sack there. It was a 3rd and 13. May in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Has some time. Dump off over the middle, caught by Hunter Henry. Gonna get it to about the 46. Well short of the first. And the Patriots will punt. Once again, the Patriots do not capitalize off a turnover. So that's good for this Texans defense. But man, they desperately need this offense to do something. As Dalton Schultz has been ruled out with the calf injury. That's a tough blow to an already weakened offense. Punt comes off clean. Gonna be fair caught at the 9-yard line. All right, 1st and 10. And yeah, tomorrow night's national championship. I won't be live for that. I have stuff I want to get done. Yeah, the Patriots just went 3 and out after the interception. I feel like the Texans defense is more than good enough for a Super Bowl run, man. They just need the offense to not. They would be better off with an offense. They'd be better off with just put the Indiana offense onto the Texans, and it's a Super Bowl team. Stroud under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna play action and look to throw. Pressure coming. Stroud pass right side is incomplete. Looking for Xavier Hutchinson once again. Pressure in his face. The 2nd and 10. Yeah. As Titus Howard is still to get up for Houston. Another one of their linemen down. It's Jared Stidham actually. There's a very good chance Jared Stidham actually has a Nick Foles run. Because yeah, with how these offenses are playing, again, the weather is having an impact for sure. But with how these offenses are playing, I mean, Denver's in a good spot. Titus Howard gets injured by tripping over CJ Stroud. Oh my god, they're beating themselves. The Texans are literally beating themselves. We're at commercial break for the injury timeout. I wouldn't say undefeated, but yeah, it would be Texans defense with any of the existing offenses still in the playoffs would be a Super Bowl team. Aside from their own offense, apparently. I mean, no, Seattle's offense is really good. Really, any of the NFC, like Seattle, Rams, and Bears, any of their offenses with this defense. Which, to be fair, Seattle's defense is already at a level like Houston's is. Houston's of the AFC for sure. But like Seattle's defense in a regular season gave up 17.4 points per game. Houston's gave up 17.9. Like everything is in the cards for a Seattle Super Bowl run. But man, This Houston team is going to be the definition of a what if. And it's purely because of the offense. The defense is more than enough. Like CJ Stroud does not need to be a hero. He just needs to be Brad Johnson or Trent Dilfer or Kerry Collins. He just needs to be a average to slightly above average quarterback. And this is a Super Bowl team. Instead, he's out here looking like Jamarcus Russell. Oh yeah, Chicago's a bit of a weird team, but still, like they're still in a good spot. Chicago's defense also forces a lot of turnovers. Yeah, and also it would show the difference in offenses as well. All right, 2nd and 10. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, ball on their own 9. Looking to throw once again, pressure coming, Stroud pass, left side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Nick Chubb, 3rd and 10. Yeah, it's Rams offense through quarters 1 through 3, and then it's Bears offense through the 4th, alongside this Texans defense. Oh, now Woody Marks is questionable with his shoulder. God, they're getting injured to high hell. Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. Going to look to throw once again because his ground game ain't doing anything. Pressure coming, and Stroud's pass is going to be, I think they're ruling it incomplete. He pretty much spiked that into the dirt. The Texans go 3 and out. They're not getting production. Stroud is 9 for 21. And we're just over halfway through the second quarter. 9 for 21. Like, come on. I just don't get it. And like, again, the rain is not helping. But come on. 9 for 21 with 3 interceptions. That's just not good enough. No matter how good your defense is. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned to about the 44 as they lose a few yards on the return. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Like, this legit might be one of the more disappointing teams in the NFL the past 5 years. Is this Texans team. Ramondre Stevenson is questionable now with an eye injury. Craig Woodson is questionable. That's 2 key pieces for this New England team. Going to be missing a few plays. May under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle for Trevion Henderson. Going to get barely past the 45 to about the 46, 47. So gain of 2 or 3. Like, this Texans team legit is one of the more disappointing teams. They have the defense, man. 2nd and 7. May in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw, pass over the middle, wide open is Kayshon Boutte. Has space past the 30 and sliding down near the 28. And that's field goal range for New England. 5 minutes to go in the first half. All right. May under center, back and fullback behind him. 1st and 10. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Trevion Henderson, and that's a gain of about 3. I mean, yeah. There's not really another way to put that when that is what happened. All right, 2nd and 7. May in shotgun, back to his left. Play action, looking to throw. Pass left side, caught inside the 20, the 15, the 10, and finally brought down near the 7. It's Kayshon Boutte once again. 1st and goal for New England. Oh, man. Again, like I was saying before, if this is a game that feels like 20 to 23 might be the bar. New England is 7 yards away from that 21-point mark. May in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw once again, has time, pass left side, and it's a great catch through the contact for Stefon Diggs. They extend this lead to 10, soon to be 11. He takes an absolute shot there and still somehow hangs on through that. 3:12 to go in the half. Patriots up by 2 scores. That is a great catch by Stefon Diggs. Extra point is up, and it is good. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, this game is just disappointing. I mean, so Houston gets ball to begin the second half. So they're still very much in this game. They just need to score before the half, and to some degree. I don't blame you. The offense is just not done enough. Oh yeah, Stefon Diggs totally could have won the Bills a game yesterday. Hell, the Texans could be using Stefon Diggs right now. He was on their team last year. But man. About 3:12 to go in the first half. Again, if the Texans find the end zone here and get down by 4 points, they're still very much in this game. But they're gonna need something. It's getting to that point where you might have to think about switching quarterbacks. Kickoff return past the 20 to about the 23. But if Case Keenum gets an NFL snap, an NFL playoff snap, that would be insane. It would be his first bit of playoff football since I think 2017, right? When he was on the Vikings. I mean, it's just these mistakes Stroud has made. Not gonna cut it. Stroud in shotgun, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Passes a duck over the middle. and is nearly intercepted. Luckily, Marcus Jones can't hang on for a second of the game. And it's 2nd and 10. That ball came out diagonal. That ball was turned diagonally over end. It barely gets tipped as it leaves his hand. Yeah, it barely gets tipped. Stroud in shotgun, back to his right. And there's movement before the snap. A false start against Houston. 2nd and 15 coming up. Calling it on Cade Stover. This is just wow. Should be. I mean, not having Nico Collins and not having Dalton Schultz suck. The biggest issue of this, though, is still the fact that your ground game can't do anything. And you're forced to pass the ball damn near every single play. And at that point, you're way too one-dimensional going against the Patriots defense. Stroud looking to throw, pass deep, right side, has a man. He missed him, overthrown, incomplete, looking for Christian Kirk. There is a penalty in the secondary. This might be against New England. But still, it's that's one Stroud should be able to hit. It's DPI against New England, so it'll be a first down from roughly the Houston owned 39. Yeah, it's like again, for that one again, like the DPI made that to be an overthrow, but yeah. All right, 1st and 10. Stroud under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off left side for Woody Marks, and he loses 3. It's Christian Barmore on a tackle for loss. Just that play did not stand a chance. Woody Marks is still the Texans' leading rusher in this game. He has 3 yards rushing. He is at 0.3 yards per carry. There's the issue. Stroud in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 14. Pressure coming, has some time. Pass over the middle. It's going to be caught past midfield. It's Jaden Higgins down to the New England 49, maybe 48. And that should bring us to the 2-minute warning. Yep, 2-minute warning. I don't know. Like, yeah, like the 3 interceptions are not helping. The 10 for 23 passing's not helping. But you are forced to pass this much in the first half because you were averaging 6.6 yards per carry across your entire team. No one but Woody Marks has multiple carries, and he's at 0.3 yards per carry. Comparing it to New England, the Patriots are at just about 4 yards per carry, which is where you want to be. And they've thrown the ball 14 times, which is also roughly where you want to be for one half a play. Yeah, it's... Yeah, like those interceptions were all bad from Stroud, but it is just the entirety of this Houston offense is just not good. And yet, assuming they get a field goal off this drive, it's still a 1-score game. That goes to show how good this defense is and how much of a waste of a season it's gonna be. We have at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. I mean, New England is not a team. They've never been a team that runs up the score on someone, so it won't be 110-10. I could see this though being a blowout. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. 80-10. Yeah, it's a tough it for it to be as relatively close of a game as it has been. It is a tough watch because of just how much potential Texans have had. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the left as well. Then a play action and look to throw. Dump off left side is that intercepted again? It's his 4th interception. Carlton Davis has his 2nd of the game. He threw it behind the checkdown man. He threw it behind his checkdown man. What, look, he's looking for Xavier. Stop. How about stop throwing it to Xavier Hutchinson? I feel like most of these interceptions have been his way. Yeah, he gets the 2 feet in there. He threw that, but Stroud throw that so behind Hutchinson. He didn't have a chance to make a play on that ball. Just wow. Yeah, no, I think Stroud's day needs to be done. He threw 8 interceptions in the regular season. He's already up to 5 in the playoffs. May handoff up the middle for Trevion Henderson, gets about 3. Just wow. He is seeing ghost. He is legit seeing ghost. I don't know what he's seeing out there. It's even his good reads that have been interceptions have just been bad passes. He's so off his game today. It's not even close. May looking to throw in 3rd and 7. Pass left side is incomplete. Third and 7 coming up. It's just disappointing. Because the Texans should be leading in this game, if anything. But those 4 interceptions, it's the same stuff with yesterday with the Bills. Like, you cannot be turning the ball over that many times and expect to have a chance. May quick throw right side, going to be incomplete for Trevion Henderson. The defense forces a 3 and out and going to give the offense a chance with all 3 timeouts to get points on the board before the half. This is such a wasted season for this defense. No, the Patriots are not doing anything offensively. It is the Texans offense that has made this a 2-score game. Punt comes off clean. Gonna be fair caught at the 10. Like, both offenses are just over 130 yards of offense. But at the same time with it, the Texans have had more opportunities. Yeah, they're showing the Texans in the playoffs the past few years under DeMeco Ryans. Win big in a wild card, and then just can't replicate that into the divisional round. Yeah, they still, especially if they get points in before the half, they still have a chance. Stroud pass over the middle is low and incomplete. If they somehow, some way, through a miracle, get points before the half, they're still very much in this game because they get ball to begin the second half. They just need the offense to get clicking for 2 drives. Stroud in shotgun. Looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pressure comes quick. Pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Christian Kirk. Yeah, no spamming. I mean, against this defense, they're not going to break the scoring record. But it's just, man, this is rough. Stroud in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to look to throw. Penalty marker is down on the line of scrimmage. Stroud going to step up and going to get about 2. Honestly, at this point, use CJ Stroud's legs a bit. Because the ground game ain't working otherwise. It's illegal formation against Houston. Penalty will be declined. So the Texans go 3 and out. And the Patriots can now extend this lead before the half. Just wow. All right. So the punt from their own end zone. There we go. Punt comes off clean. So it's a great punt. Going to be returned beginning from the 31. Base pass to 35, the 40, 45, 50. And finally forced out of bounds, but not before getting to the Houston 46. It's a great punt, but an even better return from Marcus Jones. All right, so the AFC Championship is next week at 3. The NFC Championship is next week at 6:30. Cool. At least we know those times. All right, May in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Need about 4 yards for field goal range. May looking to throw, and the ball comes loose, and Houston has it. This defense should be a Super Bowl defense. Or now they're saying Patriot ball. Still, either way, this defense. It's Will Anderson forcing it loose. Who picked this up? Oh, yeah, Will Anderson just missed it. Yeah, okay, the Patriots recovered their own fumble, but either way. Man. Like, on one side, the Patriots should be leading by so much more. On the other side, the Texans should be leading as well. It feels like both teams' offenses should be playing better, but these defenses are just all over the place. Will Campbell recovers the fumble. It's his 2nd fumble recovery of the game. It's the monkey paw effect. And what's crazy is, again, Stroud played decently well in the regular season. He played well his rookie year. I don't know what has been happening. That's Drake May's 13th fumble this season. Counting regular season and playoffs. And also the Patriots called their first timeout after that. And so still trying to get field goal range off of this. So 2nd and 19. May in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw once again. Pressure coming. Pass left side. Caught by Demario Douglas. Going to be brought down right about near the initial line of scrimmage. So the Patriots will call their 2nd timeout with about 4 seconds to play. We might have a desperation heave here. No, because Will Anderson. Where did Will Anderson go to school? I can never remember colleges that well. No, yeah, it's Alabama and LSU. It's Will Anderson forced that fumble. Because of how the game has been going so far, the Texans are still in it. So if they want to extend this lead before the half, to make sure the Texans offense need to do more. May looking to throw on 3rd and 11. Pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Stephon Diggs. So they added a few seconds back onto the clock before that play. So now there's 2 seconds remaining. Yeah, because like a 14-point lead is easier to defend than an 11-point lead. So it's like get to that 14-point lead if you can, and then go from there. All right, 4th and 11. Here comes the Hail Mary. May looking to throw. Has time, stepping up. There's the heave. It's going to find the end zone. And it is intercepted. So the Texans get one last interception before the half ends. They get ball to begin the second half. And down by 11. They're going to need a drastically different offensive approach between halves. So at the half, CJ Stroud is 10 for 26, which is 26 pass attempts in one half is crazy. They've had 12 carries for 8 yards. They're at 0.7 yards per carry. Their leading receiver remains to be Dalton Schultz, who has not played since halfway through the first quarter. And yet somehow, like, they're still down by 11, and they're still on pace with the Patriots by most team stats wise. They have more first downs. They have about an equal amount of yards, an equal amount of plays. They have more passing than them. It's the rushing where New England really outshines. They have a relatively equal amount of time of possession, about 15 minutes. Like, this game is closer than it seems, but it makes everything that has transpired so much worse. Maybe, I don't know. Texans would have 15.5 defensive fantasy points right now. Damn. Like, things are relatively even in this one. The Patriots have that pick 6. If that doesn't happen, it's the 4-point game at the half, and you're feeling better, even with Stroud having thrown 3 interceptions. It is a game where you need to treat this second half like the game is just starting fresh and the score is 0-0. Like that's just how you need to treat it. You cannot let this first half you cannot let the first half mindset continue into the second half. You need to just completely refresh and reset. Like obviously we can't see the halftime, like the halftime locker room stuff like you can in the UFL, which is cool. Like D'Amico Ryans, the receivers, everyone needs to go up to Stroud and just like, and not necessarily shake some sense into him, but like help him shake off whatever is going on in that first half. No, they won't break the scoring record. The Texans defense is too good for that to happen. But it's, man, this game should be this game should be either a Patriots blowout right now or the Texans being in a lot better of a spot. But just neither offense can get a lot going with it. The defenses are playing really well. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna have a QB Agami type game. All right. At the half. Just wow in this. This game should be. It's just an ugly game. If this was the score, and you just remove all the turnovers and replace them with 3-and-outs, it would feel like a better game. But because you have all those turnovers, and this game feels a bit worse. This game just feels uglier. I mean, I guess we need to keep one of the interceptions for the pick six. But yeah, it's something. It is just something. Yep, at the half. 8 minutes to go in halftime. I'm feeling that way is completely fair because this has been an ugly game. But they're still very much in it. If they just get a semi-decent second half showing from the offense. Yeah. From a stats from a box score perspective, this game has been from a box score perspective, this game has been solid. But actually watching it is just ugly. I mean, at the very least, you fired the offensive coordinator. If you continue to lose this one, at the very least, you fired the offensive coordinator. Like D'Amico Ryans and this defense, like D'Amico Ryans is the leader of this defense. His main role is the defense as a defensive-minded head coach. He's doing his job with it. I don't know what's going on with the offense. We have 7 minutes to go to the start of the second half. Yeah. Yeah, bad halftime. Uh, it's a tough. I know. I don't think D'Amico Ryans should be fired. Because like his expertise is the defense, and blaming the defense for this game is just not even close to what's been happening. Obviously, like you would want him to be able to build an offensive staff that can show up to a game. That has not been the case today, but I mean, there's still one half of play, and this is an 11-point game. You cannot be the Texans locker room right now cannot be thinking about next week. They cannot be thinking about tomorrow or anything. They really need to take this one game at a time, one play at a time, and just hit that reset. If D'Amico Ryans can rally this team and have this game finish being a close game, you keep him for at least one more year. As they're talking national championship right now on ESPN for halftime. And that should be interesting tomorrow night. 5 minutes to go to the start of the second half. Yep, at the half. Again, the Texans get ball to begin the second half, so that opening drive of the half is gonna massively tell the outcome of this. It's gonna massively decide the rest of this. If the offense can just get a rhythm. Yep, 3 minutes to go to the start of the second half. At the half. This game. It's just a loss for words for how this game has gone. Bob Flash, I'm just seeing what you send me. That would, if that's true, the Texans. If that's true, the Texans are doing the same or are following suit with it. I saw like Joe Mixon missing this season definitely has really hurt the Texans' ground game, and it's coming into full force now. But like this offense is still just in such a bad spot. I feel similar to Joe Mixon missing most of this season with how like George Kittle last night really didn't feel like he would have been made that much of a difference in the 49ers in it for that game. Like I don't know, it's weird. Like yeah, having a solid ground game would help, but like with how they're blocking the ground game, is Joe Mixon really gonna bring that much of a difference into it? A minute 10 to go in halftime. All right, just coming out of halftime. You need to start by you need to start by the offense being extremely simplified. And focus on getting the ball out of CJ Stroud's hands as quick as possible. Screen plays, hitches, slants, handoffs. Get the ball out of his hands quickly to get him into a rhythm. And then as the second half progresses, you can start to reopen up the playbook. But it's at a point right now where you need to prioritize moving the ball and taking what the defense gives you over the chunk plays and trying to come back into the game in one play. Because it's not going to happen that way. All right, teams lined up. And the second half kickoff, as the rain continues to fall in Foxborough, is underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. You'll begin from the 35. 7 turnovers in 2 games this postseason for Houston. Again, this drive. This is the big drive here for Houston. Can they get into a rhythm? Stroud under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Man in motion, left to right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Woody Marks. Gain of about 2. Alright, not bad, not great. So kind of a play you will take for right now. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw in 2nd and 8. Pass right side, a great back shoulder to Xavier Hutchinson. Gonna put Houston past midfield to the Patriot 40. Alright, that's a good strike there for CJ Stroud. The slot fade working great. Again, it's a deeper throw, but another case of keeping it simple. You have the hitch, you have the slot fade. Depending on where the corner breaks, you either throw it back shoulder or you throw it to the hitch. Stroud in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Going to be looking to throw once again. Quick pass over the middle as the ball comes loose. And it's going to go... Is that out of bounds without a clear recovery? They're saying the Patriots recovered that. Xavier Hutchinson fumbles. No shot. Does he have a clear recovery before going out of bounds? Or is he... Better question, is he down by contact? Okay, Xavier Hutchinson is down by contact. The Texans got saved. This is going to be overturned. But yeah, he's down by contact. That right knee goes down before the ball comes loose. Whew. God got saved. Yeah, it was down by contact. It's a 2nd and 5 coming up for Houston. Stop throwing it done. Christian Gonzalez nearly makes a great play, but yeah, he's down by contact. But man, like that would have been that would have been a loss of words type of play. So officially we'll need a 2nd and 6. No, it's not going well for Houston. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. 13:45. I don't know. Man in motion, left to right. Stroud going to look to throw once again. Quick pass right side, going to be caught for the first. Past the 30 to the 29. It's Jaden Higgins on the grab. They're doing what I wanted to see from them for this opening drive, which is just get the ball out quick and keep things simple. Oh, you just woken up. You missed a terrible first half of action by Houston. You've missed a terrible first half. Dalton Schultz was ruled out for the rest of the game with a calf injury about halfway through the second quarter. Stroud going to hand this off up the middle. And there's Nick Chubb with space down to the 21s. A gain of 8. 7. All right. Not bad. Nick Chubb's 2nd carry of the game. It's a gain of 7. He should now be the leading rusher for Houston in this. That's the longest rush of the game. Another quick handoff right side for Nick Chubb. Gonna be just about enough for the first. I think it will depend on the spot. Might be a 3rd and inches. Yeah, the Patriots have 21. Yeah, all it took was for you to wake up for the Texans to find a rhythm. Oh yeah, the ball's on the Patriots. It's like 19-yard line now. It's a 3rd and inches. And here comes the tush push with Cade Stover. Gonna be enough for the first as he fights his way to the 15. Yeah, it was the past 21-yard line. The carry got up to about the 19. Now they're on the 15. Was there movement early that the refs missed? No, not really. All right, 1st and 10. Stroud under center. Back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle, and the ground game has rhythm. Inside the 10 and down to the 8. Where was this ground game the entire first half? Woody Marks on the carry there for the gain of about 8. May rule that to 7. 2nd and 2. Stroud under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right, man in motion right to left. Handoff once again for Marks, gonna get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. D'Amico Ryan's at the half. If he was like shouting like all that and really showing his emotion, I'm here for it. That works. That can really work well. Paul Maurice, the Florida Panthers head coach, he does that occasionally as well when needed. And the Panthers have won back-to-back Stanley Cups. All right, 3rd and 2, and they're not going to get this snap off in time. Not even getting the break in the huddle here. The Texans will have to call their first timeout. Bad time to call it, but would rather a 3rd and 2 than a 3rd and 7. Oh, they all okay. So the Texans also shifted around their lineman situation. No, that's Chicago was shifting around. I think Houston probably did as well. That's not being reported on. Chicago is moving around their linemen for tonight's game. Okay. They're putting Joe Tooney at left tackle. That's gonna be interesting. All right, 3rd and 2. As Foxborough is getting loud, the Texans break the huddle with 15 seconds on the play clock. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion left to right. Stroud rolling right, looking to throw. Pass right side, tipped and incomplete. I like the play, going for Christian Kirk in the flat. Marcus Jones made a great break on that ball to knock it loose. And they'll settle for the field goal. Also, the Broncos have signed Ben DiNucci to their practice squad. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's not the greatest of throws from Stroud. A little bit behind Christian Kirk. At the same time, that is a fantastic break on that route by Marcus Jones. All right, a 25-yard kick from the left hash is up, and the Texans have points. About time. Is back to a 1-score game with the offense moving the ball well on that drive. You're feeling better. Still shaky, but better. Yeah, points is points. It's something. But again, I do really like that play call. Get Stroud in motion out to the right. Just have him hit the easy receiver in Christian Kirk. Again, a little bit off target. At the same time, it's a hell of a defensive play. You just have to deal with it. Titans have scheduled an interview with Robert Saleh tomorrow. Okay. So add commercial break. No, I don't think the defense is gonna fall apart. I mean, the defense had so many chances to fall apart in the second quarter, and they didn't. Should be coming out of commercial break here soon, awaiting the kickoff. Yep, next week, the championship games. Here we go. Just coming back from commercial break, the glimpse at the lighthouse in Gillette Stadium. That is a cool feature that they have there, that lighthouse. Looking over top of it all. Alright, Texans set to send this one away. As now that it's more definitively snow coming down now. Yeah. The Houston pass rush is doing a good job in this game. Return beginning from the 9, space up past the 25, past the 30, and down to about the 32, 33. Yeah, Stroud's first half was something else. So far, though, in the second half, that one drive, he looked pretty solid. But again, they also changed the offense a bit to focus more on just getting the ball out quicker. All right, so May under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 31. Gonna hand this off left side for Ramondre Stevenson. A nice spin to get up to the 35. Maybe the 36. All right, 2nd and 5 coming up. May in shotgun. A back to his left, looking to throw. Has time, dump off left side, going to be caught by Stevenson. That's a loss of a yard. Good tackle while being blocked. Going to be a 3rd and 6 coming up. I mean, it's 2 plays for this defense in the second half. And it's 4 yards gain. I wouldn't say that's fallen apart yet. That is a great tackle. May in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Motion in the back out wide to the left. They go 5 wide. May looking to throw. Pressure coming. The ball's loose. And Houston has it at the 35. Azeez Al-Shaair on the recovery. It's Will Anderson on the forced fumble. And the Texans are in business once again. That's the 4th forced fumble of the game for this Houston defense. All of them coming against Drake May. And it's the second they've recovered. Okay, here's what I say. The Texans defense has only given up 14 points today. The other 7 was a pick 6. So the Texans defense itself, it's still underneath its regular season average. But even then, yeah, like yeah. All right, 1st and 10 for Houston. Ball on their Patriot 33. Stroud under center, play action looking to throw, pressure coming, and Stroud's going to be sacked. Back at the 42, just did not get a lot of time there. Second and 18 coming up. Yeah, just did not have a lot of time because they're blocking an edge rusher with a receiver and a pulling tight end. Like what? Stroud in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the left. Ball now on the Patriot 41-yard line. Stroud looking to throw, quick pass right side. Going to be caught past the 30 to the 28, maybe 29. Is Jaden Higgins on the grab. Going to make it a 3rd and manageable. Yeah, Houston's also without Trent Brown in this game, so their left side is already weak. But you don't block an edge rusher with only a receiver and a tight end. You have to do more with it. Have one of them like aid, but not be the sole reasons. Stroud looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Has some time, gonna step up, roll right, takes it himself. It's a 1st down scramble inside the 20 to the 18. There we go. CJ Stroud finally using his legs in this game. And it's 1st and 10. Inside the 20 at about the 19. I mean, that's the other thing with how the first half unfolded. Stroud did not scramble pretty much at all in the first half. All right, 1st and 10. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right, lone receiver to his left. Man in motion right to left as Stroud looks to throw. Quick pass right side, going to be caught for a gain of about 2. It's Cade Stover on the grab. Yeah, this is what they needed. And they called them. No. The Mahomes-ish tag only gets thrown to Caleb Williams and Josh Allen. Again, the defense keeping up their play, and the offense is more simplified. It's a lot quicker that they're making their decisions. Stroud in shotgun, gonna hand this off up the middle for Woody Marks. Gonna bounce off his own lineman and try and get something going down the right side. And the ball eventually comes loose, and the Patriots have it at the 12. Is he down by contact, though? No, this time Christian Gonzalez forces the fumble. This time Christian Gonzalez forces the fumble, and the Patriots have it. A busted run up the middle that then gets forced outside to the right. It's going to end a promising Houston drive. The ground game still remains an issue. The ground game still remains an issue. I wouldn't go that far with Geno Smith. Like, it's just like Woody Marks needs to hang on to that ball there. He needs to hang on to it. Simple as that. But again, with the weather, those are going to happen more often. And then at the end of the day, it's still a 1-score game right now. At commercial break after the fumble. At commercial break. It's an ugly game. There's been 8 total turnovers in this one. What did you send me? yeah. Again, it goes to show how good these defenses are. Goes to show how good these defenses are. All right, select commercial break. New England ball at their own 12-yard line. So they're starting backed up. They're starting backed up in their own territory. It's still a good sign for this. Still a good opportunity for this Houston defense. Can they take advantage? Yeah, just a bad time to fumble. 5:21 to go in the third quarter. May in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Man in motion, right to left. May going to hand this off up the middle, and he's met instantly behind the line. A loss of 2. For Ramondre Stevenson. All right. Just like that. It's a 2nd and long, and this Houston defense is continuing to show up. 8 combined turnovers, most in the playoff games since 2015. And that was the NFC Championship game against the Cardinals and Panthers. May under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Stevenson once again. Gonna get up to the 14-yard line. Gain of 4, 3rd and 8 coming up. Third and 8. Wouldn't necessarily say it's a big time 3rd down. Depends on what happens with it. May in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to play action, look to throw, dump off right side for Stevenson, makes 1 man miss, and gonna only get about a yard on the play up to the 15. So the Patriots go 3 and out. And this is still an 8-point game with just under 4 minutes to go in the third, and the Texans are getting the ball back. This defense is so good. I'm gonna hate not seeing this next week. Oh, this defense. All right, 4th and 7. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning the fair caught at the 41. All right, now for the Texans offense. They're close to field goal range. Obviously, a touchdown here is ideal, but just get points. Just keep putting more and more pressure on New England by making this game closer and closer. We're at commercial break first and foremost. Yeah, it can't score here, then it becomes dire situations. But I mean, there's still 3.5 to go in the third. The Texans are guaranteed about 4 more possessions at minimum. Yeah, getting points is the goal. Yep, at commercial break. And there's no reason for them to lose hope. It's a one-score game. It's a one-score game with your defense playing out of their mind. Like, it's right. Like, they're right there. They're right there. Still that commercial break. Yeah, just keep doing what you were doing on the first two drives of this half. That's working. The only issue with so far they've made this game was the Woody Marks had an untimely fumble. Besides that, they're playing this second half exactly how I wanted them to play the second half. Yeah, this defense on Cincy would go crazy. All right, just coming back from commercial break. And like the Texans defense is playing so good in this game. Again, saying they have 21 points allowed is a bit disingenuous, but yeah. It's like getting Nick Chubb involved a bit more could be a good idea as well, as he is lined up in the backfield. Stroud under center to receiving options to each side. There's the handoff to Chubb up the middle, and it's a solid carry of 3. You'll take that. Getting Nick Chubb more involved might be the key. All right, 2nd and 7. Stroud under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Stroud going to play action and look to throw. Stepping up, pass over the middle is a dangerous throw and incomplete. Looking for Xavier Hutchinson into double coverage. Like that's a prime example of what are you looking at, Stroud? You have space to take it yourself. Get the free yards. Don't force passes in this moment. Like, there's no need to force a pass there when you can get 2 or 3 yards on the scramble. That's not a good decision. That's a plain hero ball decision. Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw, pressure coming, pass right side, gonna be incomplete, and there's the penalties. Looking for Jaden Higgins, gonna be a DPI against the Patriots. All right, so that's gonna put Houston in the field goal range. Yeah, was holding his arm back. All right, so 1st and 10 for Houston from the New England 35-yard line. All right. Houston's ground game has not been good today. They can't really run it. Stroud in shotgun, 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on the 35-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side. Gonna be dropped by Cade Stover. He had space for another 1st down. Not a great throw from Stroud, but that's one that Stover needs to catch. Yeah. Like that is a ball that Stover needs to catch. Again, Stroud needs to put that more on the money. There's no one near him, just put it on him, but that's still one that Stover needs to come down with. 2nd and 10, Stroud in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play clock winding down to get the snap off in time as Stroud looks to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up, and gonna be sacked. He's sacked to the 37. There was a Patriots slow to get up afterwards as well. It's Anthony Jennings who got the sack there. Yeah. The Bears are shifting around their offensive linemen. They're putting Joe Tooney, who was initially the left guard, out to left tackle, and they're moving, I believe it's Jared McFadden over to left guard. So they're shifting around their offensive line. Jordan McFadden is now going to be the left guard. All right, so 3rd and 12 for Houston, but first a commercial break due to injury timeout. 2:25 to play in the third. I think it's a good decision. I mean, it's a fine decision. The Chicago offensive line has been solid. It's just when you're going against the Rams, you really need to make sure your tackle spots is the strongest points with it, because you can aid the interior. So Joe Tooney's a better blocker, so it's gonna be allowing him to go 1-on-1 against a Brandon Fisk or a Jared Verse or whoever they have out there. So in theory, it should help them, but we'll see. Yep, at commercial break. All right. There's 2:25 to play in the third quarter. It's gonna be a 3rd and 12 for Houston. Again, like they can have even if they only kick field goals on all the remaining drives, they're gonna have time to get 9. They're gonna have time to get 3 field goals and take a 1-point lead if their defense can shut out New England in this half. I doubt that'll be the case. They're probably gonna need a bit more from the offense, but that's the starting point. All right, just coming back from commercial break. It's a 3rd and about 13 for Houston. We're going to be looking to get at least half. Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the New England 38. Stroud looking to throw. Has time, pass right side, going to be low, and they're saying that's caught to about the 33. I'm not sure, though. That's a bad... Again, he's wide open. Put it on his chest. Stroud, that's a bad throw from Stroud. I think that's going to be ruled a catch. So it's a 4th and 8. Xavier Hutchinson on the grab. Out comes the field goal unit to bring this within 5. 51-yard kick from the right hash with the snow. Kick is up, and it is good. All right, it's a 5-point game with 1:32 to play in the third. Texans are not out of it yet. All right. Yeah, bitches, you have to slowly grind away at this game now. And you're going to really have to bank on that defense playing near perfect football in this half. Because I'm not sure if the offense can find the end zone again. A minute 32 to play in the third quarter. Oh, same ball flash. What? T Fox, what do you mean by that? All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 4. Base past the 15, past the 20, 25, and going to be brought down right around the 30. Salsa and cool ranch Doritos? Bruh. Come on. Come on. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Cool Ranch. But not as a salsa chip. Which is what you had. Alright. May under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. May rolling right, gonna loft this one to Austin Hooper. That'll be enough for the first, up to the 46. Oh, they say 43. My bad. Yeah, again, Cool Ranch Doritos are good. I wouldn't use them as a salsa chip though. That's where the Tostitos comes into play. And potentially one more play needed in the third quarter. May under center, back behind him, play action once again, looking to throw. Rolling right, trying to buy some time, not going to look to take it himself, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. It's Danielle Hunter, going to be credited with a sack there. And the Patriots can let this clock run. Danielle Hunter has been trying his best in this game. He's putting in a great effort. All right, May under center, back and fullback behind him. Man in motion, left to right, trying to get the Texans to jump off sides. And not gonna work, seemingly. Yep, there's the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. It's a 5-point game, a trip to Denver on the line next week. Can the Texans complete this improbable comeback with how their offense has been playing? Or will the Patriots hang on and get to their first AFC Championship game since 2018? We will see. Yeah, that's fair being in the salsa mood. These are good. Yeah, again, they're good with salsa. There's a reason why Taco Bell has those Doritos tacos. But like it's not something you actively go out to get as like a chips with salsa type of thing. Yep, at commercial break. Yeah, pulling off the comeback would be insane. It would also set up this team to have, a relative give or take easy game against Denver next week with Jared Stidham starting. But at this point, there's a non-zero chance that the Broncos can still pull it off next week with how these offenses are playing. Yeah, more commercials for Wonder Man. It looks fine. Yeah, I saw that. I'm excited for that. I doubt he'll probably be their emergency third quarterback. But I like Ben DiNucci signing on to their practice squad. Part of me is hoping he'll eventually go to the UFL after the season, but I doubt it. I think he's waiting for Seattle to get a UFL team back before he thinks about spring football. Because like, he is well loved in Seattle by that fan base. When the Sea Dragons were a thing. May looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Dump off right side. Gonna be about a yard, maybe 2. For Ramondre Stevenson. Gonna be a 3rd and 8 coming up. Yeah. But at the same time, again, he had the Seattle Sea Dragons looking great. Him and Josh Gordon was a great duo in the UFL, in the XFL back in 2020, 2023. Jared Stidham's last pass attempt was week 18 of 2023. May in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 3rd and 8. Has some time, pass right side, gonna be incomplete. And there's the penalties. Looking for Kayshon Boutte on that right side. Derek Stingley was got a fistful of jersey. And that's the kind of mistake you can't be making in a game like this. Yeah, it's a clear DPI. It would be a good story for Stidham to bring Denver to a Super Bowl. Yeah, that puts the ball on the Houston 38-yard line. May under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end in motion, left to right. Going to hand this off up the middle for Trevion Henderson. Gonna spin his way to about the 32. Yeah. Which, like, again, giving up, like, as long as they hold him to a field goal, it's fine. But, like, you're really going to need the offense then to step up. Yeah, I know. May under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion, right to left. Handoff up the middle. Gonna be met behind the line for about a loss of a yard. So 3rd and roughly 5 coming up for New England now. Again, the defense is not trash. The defense is not the issue in this game. It should not be blamed at all. May in shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and 5. Has time, pass right side. Gonna be an incredible one-handed catch from Kayshon Boutte. That did not. You can't guard that catch. A diving one-handed grab from 32 yards out. There is no guarding that catch. That is incredible. There is no guarding that. That is a full extension one-handed. Just wow. It's going to be reviewed as all scoring plays are reviewed. That, if this stands, that's an incredible catch. Like, there's just no guarding that at all. Yeah. Those LSU receivers, man. There's a little movement. They're still reviewing this. They're going to head to a commercial break as they continue looking at this. I think that's going to stand, though. Yeah, you can only ask so much of this defense. Again, that is a throw. That is a perfect throw from Drake May. And a damn near perfect catch from Kayshon Boutte. There was no guarding that play. You have to hope that this gets overturned. And again, even with that, this game is still not at fault of the defense. That's insane. In this weather condition as well, to make that catch, just wow. Just wow. Just wow. Just wow. Still at commercial break as we're taking a look at this. I imagine this is gonna upheld. We're really gonna be seeing the Patriots Super Bowl run. I hate myself. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, that's insane. The more and more they show it, the crazier and crazier it looks. It does get upheld, and the extra point is up, and it is good. No shot that ESPN stat is real. That's Boutte's first one-handed catch of his career. Could not have come at a better time. Just could not have come at a better time. Yeah, that is. I mean, that's damn near perfect coverage as well. That is damn near perfect coverage. You just cannot guard against that throw and catch. You just cannot guard that. Even then, that's his first professional. He's been in the league for a few years now. Yeah, but still, LSU receiver taking 3 years, get a one-handed catch. At that point, just revoke his LSU membership and throw it onto Tulane. Yeah, they're at this stage now where they're in full-on 4-down territory. They need to find the end zone. And arguably, they need to do it pretty quick. Because they only have 2 timeouts remaining. Kickoff going to be returned beginning from the 3. Space out past the 20. Trying to find space on the left side. Gets to about the 23. As long as you're getting your first contract. Nah. My only question is, because CJ Stroud is up for a contract extension after the year. What is that going to look like? Do you give him an extension? Or if so, how, what's the dollar value of that? You don't cut him. You don't cut him. This is still a guy that has led you to division around 3 straight years. Stroud toss left side going to be Woody Marks up to about 3 or 4. Hey, you. Well, because you get that 4th year of the rookie contract. You can get his 5th year option. So that gives you 2 years of leeway, basically. I feel like at that point, like, I feel like you at least pick up his fifth-year option, and then you go from there. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left. Three receiving options to the right, 2nd and 6, looking to throw. Has some time, pass deep left side, and it's going to be underthrown and incomplete. Looking for Jaden Higgins. Good coverage from Christian Gonzalez. Giannis on the jink, yeah. I mean, New England is just shaping up to be in a good spot. Now Gonzalez got his head turned in time to where that's not DPI. No, but probably a missed holding there. Still just, man. Play clock winding down on 3rd and 6, and the Texans will call their second timeout. Now you're really in 4-down territory. The Texans in the offseason is going to be an interesting story. Purely because of Stroud's contract extension and how they handle it. I think you have to at least get the 5th-year option. Just like the Panthers are doing with Bryce Young. At least get that 5th year. And then you deal with, so that way you deal with a contract extension after next year. But again, you're putting up for a pretty big risk in that regard, but that might be the route you have to take. All right, 3rd and 6. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to look to throw once again. Patriots send 3. Stroud with some time. Step in right. Pass right side. Going to be off the mark and incomplete for Cade Stover. And Stover gets injured on that play. He's holding his right knee. And more injuries piling up for Houston. And what's been a very ugly game, it just gets uglier and uglier. Yeah, but at the same time, you can't really look at it that way. It's more so, it's more because, like, looking at it that way is what cost Miami. You have to look at it purely as the fact of, is Stroud actively doing enough to continue to get this team into a spot to compete? The answer is kinda. Because at one hand, you are 3 straight years of being in the divisional round. On the other, you're losing by 2+ scores each of those times. No, Kayshon Boutte's been in the league a few years. Yeah, he's not a rookie. I remember him in New England for at least last year. I'm like, Tank Dell missed most of the season. Nico Collins is out this game. Dalton Schultz missed most of this game. It's been rough, but yeah, Kayshon Boutte was a 6th-round pick in 2023. Damn. Yeah, so this is his 3rd year. Well, hopefully Rams Bears is a bit better of a game, because this one's just ugly. We had a great game in Bills and Broncos. We had a blowout in Seahawks and 49ers. We have an ugly game in this one. What does that lead for Bears? What does that leave for Bears Rams? What type of game could that be? We'll see. Yeah, insane comeback does seem like that's the most likely path, huh? Because it's the Bears. Oh, the Texans are gonna punt this one away. Who's the person that came up with the surrender index? I wonder where that ranks. Where this ranks in that. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be let bounce, and takes some good Texans bounces. They downed this ball at the 2. That's a great punt and a great punt coverage. New England's gonna start this with their ball inside their own 5. That is a great punt coverage there. Yeah, that's a for the brand moment. Now Houston's defense. They get a safety. They get the safety. You're kind of still a long way, but gives you a bit more of a chance. Or hell, defense needs a turn. Defense needs a score of their own right. May under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off right side for Stevenson, and there's space inside the 10 and past the 10 to about the 12. Okay, yeah, no, this might be if New England's gonna get consistent 5+ yard carries on this drive. Yeah. The Ravens have completed an interview with Robert Saleh. All right. All right, 2nd and 2. May under center, back and fullback behind him. Ball on their own 12. Handoff right side once again for Stevenson. That's enough for the first up to about the 18. Yeah, this game is getting in there. Next commercial break, I'm going to have to schedule the next stream. All right, 1st and 10. The Patriots' one loss while leading by 2 scores in the 4th quarter of a playoff game was in 1976. God damn. May under center, gonna hand this off up the middle for Stevenson, and that's gonna be another gain of about 5+, gain of 9. Yeah, if they're gonna get those type of carries on this drive. Well, Saleh is seemingly a favorite for the Tennessee job. So that could be something. May handoff right side for Stevenson once again. It's a 1st down carry, pass to about the 29. There's a gain of about 3. Yeah, now 9:45 to play in this game and counting. All right, 1st and 10. May under center, back and fullback behind him. 9:20 to go in the game. May gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be another gain of about 5 or 6. This time it's Trevion Henderson. The interesting thing about this coaching cycle is, I mean, after like Harbaugh signing and all that, Mike McDaniel is not a favorite for any of the coaching openings. Seemingly, he's more so leaning towards being an offensive coordinator, and I kind of like that for him. And then like for all the other teams, they're seemingly going defensive minded guys, which is interesting. May handoff right side for Henderson, gonna lose about 2 or 3. First good play for this defense on this drive. If they make a stand here, it's not quite over, but it's damn close. 8:25 to go in the game. Third and 7. May in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught by Stephon Diggs. And he gets to about the Patriot 45 or 46. Yeah, at this point, it's just watching the clock run. All right, May handoff up the middle is going to be a loss of about 2 for Ramondre Stevenson. At this point, probably not. It's very slim chances. They're going to need a turnover forced. So 2nd and 12. May under center, back and fullback behind him. 6:40 to go in the game. Patriots just killing more and more time here. Handoff up the middle, gonna be about 3 or 4 for Stevenson. 6.5 to go in the game. All right, 3rd and 8 coming up. May looking to throw in 3rd and 8. Deep shot left side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Kyle Williams. Well, there's your defensive stand. Now you can get a miracle on offense to happen. All right, so New England going to punt this one away. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 12. They're saying the 14. Okay, that works too. So with just under 6 minutes to play, 5:48 to be exact. I mean, the Texans, in theory, have a chance. They're going to need a miracle, though, from this offense. And with just the lack of pass catchers they have on this team now, time will tell. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw, has some time, pass right side, a dangerous pass to Harrison Bryant. DJ Stroud is just not seeing the field. He's just not seeing the field clearly. It's been that way the entire game. It's a night and day. Like that's just not the read. Greg Woodson is on him the entire time. Stroud in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Quick pass right side can be caught by Bryant, and that's a gain of about 9. All right, that works. Oh yeah, Harrison Bryant. Pretty sure he played for the Browns at some point. He's been bouncing around the league as a tight end. Yeah, he started his career in Cleveland. Stroud looking to throw in 3rd and 1. Pass right side for Bryant once again. That's enough for the first. Gets to the 29-yard line. Stroud in shotgun, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Stepping up, pressure coming, pass right side, going to be a throwaway, incomplete. Again, the Texans are on their 3rd string tight end right now because Dalton Schultz is out and Cade Stover, pretty sure by this point, is also being ruled out. Yeah, so their only tight end now is Harrison Bryant. Dog, just the injuries. Stroud in shotgun, 3 receiving options to the left, a back to his right. Just about 5 minutes to play in the game. Stroud looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Not a chance for Xavier Hutchinson to make that catch. Not a chance. Also, at this point, I'm going to schedule the next stream as we're getting closer to that game starting. About 25 minutes or so. Hopefully that game is a bit better than this one is. 3rd and 10, Stroud in shotgun, back to his right. Tight end in the backfield to his left. 3rd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to step up and sacked. Back at the 20. So a 4th and 18 coming up. Man, oh man. I mean, if they wanted a hope of a comeback, they go for it here, but I doubt it, man. It's... Nope, they're going to punt this one away. Okay. Punt going to be returned beginning from the 14. Base past the 20. Past the 25 and out of bounds to the 28. A great return from Marcus Jones. All right, at least I don't get a Bills-Patriots AFC Championship. I'm fine with Broncos-Patriots. Even with Jared Stidham, that should be a decent game because of the Broncos defense. Yeah, this... Man, the Texans are going to go down as one of the more disappointing teams in the NFL. This year's Texans team should have been so much better. This should have gone so much further in the playoffs. 4 minutes to play in the game. Yeah. May under center, back and fullback behind him. Handoff right side for Stevenson. Going to get about 8 on it. Up to roughly the 32, 31 yard line. Houston's going to call their final timeout. Yeah, this Houston team is so disappointing. It is such a disappointing team. It makes you think, like, what if the weather was fine, but, like, come on. It's such a disappointing team. The defense is a Super Bowl caliber defense. The offense just was not able to pull their own weight. And the defense can only get you so far. Yeah, that punt is a sign of surrender. Office, I'm not sure if you remember who this is. I'm seeing someone compare CJ Stroud to Josh Freeman. As May hands this off up the middle for a gain of about 3. No, because, I mean, maybe. But, also, if the weather was fine, maybe the Texans offense plays a little bit better. But, it's ugly. .320 to go in the game. Yeah, the Patriots are going to kill the rest of this clock. Drake May's second career playoff start. He did enough to get the job done. As now the Patriots call their first timeout for some reason. I'm gonna have to hope and pray that the Bears-Rams game ends at a solid time. I need to get food after that. Yeah, he was the Buccaneers quarterback in the early 2010s. And like he was fine. He wasn't anything special. He played a few years. I always associate Josh Freeman with Jason Campbell. For no reason besides like they're just very similar quarterbacks to me. And they had like relatively similar career paths. I don't know, did they? Not really. Oh well. Yeah, I think Josh Freeman led the Buccaneers to a division title during his tenure there. I don't remember. Though those real early 2010s and late 2000s NFC South division titles, I do not remember who won what. May handoff left side, gonna be Stevenson back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. But yeah, after Bears Rams, I need to go out and get food. I need to go grocery shopping. I didn't really have time to before this game. That'll be a tomorrow thing. All right, 2nd and 10. May gonna hand this off up the middle, and that is stonewalled at the line for no gain. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes before the Patriots are back in the AFC Championship game. All right, 3rd and 10, and there's the 2-minute warning officially. All right. 2 minutes remain in this one. It's an ugly, ugly game. The Texans are going to be going down as one of the more disappointing teams to not win a Super Bowl. This defense should be looked at on par to that 02 Buccaneers, 2000 Ravens. But the offense is just not there. Yep, at commercial break. Yep, at commercial break. Waiting for the final 2 minutes of this one to wrap up. At commercial break. All right, waiting for 2 minutes to wrap up. The 3rd and 10 for New England. As they're shaping up to be going back to the AFC Championship game. It's back-to-back seasons of an AFC East team going to the championship. Both of the years I've done these streams so far. May play action looking to throw. Rolling right, buying time, pass right side can be incomplete for Austin Hooper. Yeah, what that means is it's gonna be a cycle, right? Next year it's gonna be another AFC East team, hopefully Miami, and then the Jets will get. No, I'm kidding. That hypothetical breaks. Said, can you bring up the Jets? All right, 4th and 10. And New England will punt. Trust, this is where the very improbable comeback starts. We get a good punt return here from Jalen Noel. It's a solid return of 8. But as soon as he caught that punt, he just does a spin. Alright, Stroud. What you got? $43 pass attempts before this drive for Stroud. Crazy. Stroud in shotgun, looking to throw. Has time, dump off over the middle, going to be caught by Woody Marks. That's enough for the first. Gets a gain of about 13. Just make it look okay. Stroud in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw once again. Has some time, pass right side, going to be a dump off to Harrison Bryant, who's going to get about 6 and gets out of bounds. All right. The Texans are still the only team in the NFL to have never played in a conference championship game. What's even crazier, the Seahawks have played in 1 in each conference. Stroud looking to throw in 2nd and 4. Pass over the middle is behind him and incomplete. Finally, Jalen Noel gets a target in this game. Seattle has played in a conference championship in both conferences before the Texans have played a single conference championship. Just crazy. And I know like the time frame is not really fair to Houston for that point because the Seahawks made the NFC conference championship game in their 3rd season in the NFC. Well, technically 4th in 2005. And that was the 3rd year of the Texans' existence, but still. It's so crazy when you put it in that regard. Stroud pass right side going to be incomplete. It's a 4th and 4 coming up for Houston. Potentially the final play of the game. Carlton Davis is out with the head injury. Going to be questionable for the conference championship. If that is true, Baflash, I'm so done with the NFL. The Texans. Patriots call their 2nd time out. If the Jets make a conference championship game before Miami does next. Rephrase. If the Jets make a conference championship game next year, I would lose my mind. This will fully become a UFL primary. Yeah, Matthew Stafford had 15 more touchdown passes this year than Drake, man. That's crazy. All right, 4th and 4. Stroud in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. One last aspiration gasp. Stroud stepping up, looking to throw. Pass deep over the middle, has a man, but it's incomplete for Xavier Hutchinson. That was the play. But instead, the Patriots will be going back to the AFC Championship game. They'll take on the Broncos next week at 3 p.m. EST. Xavier Hutchinson burns his man. He has about 3 yards of separation. And Stroud underthrew him. If that ball's on target, Houston has a legit chance. If he throws that, if he leads him properly there, the Texans have a legit chance. That's a walk-in touchdown for Hutchinson. If Stroud hit him in stride. But there's the kneel downs. Your final 28-16 in an ugly game. Yeah. In an ugly game, the Patriots are going back to the AFC Championship. For the first time since 2018, when they won the Super Bowl against the Rams that season. There's the final kneel down. An ugly game for Houston that had so many chances. All right. About 10 minutes will be Rams and Bears kicking off. I'll be live with that one. That stream is scheduled. Hope to see you all there. If not, see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.